Good morning. Welcome to our first chair yoga session, everyone. Thank you for joining me. So let's get on with the basics. What we need is a chair, obviously. So I've just got my kitchen chair. It might be the chair you're working on, your office chair, but just make sure it's fairly sturdy and it's not a chair that's on wheels or casters. We want you to move and not the chair. So a nice sturdy chair, preferably one that hasn't got any arms so we can move, but if it has got arms, we can work with that. That's absolutely fine. I'm working on my yoga mat. I put my chair on my mat, and if you're on a slippy surface, you might want that for a bit of extra stability. But again, it's not compulsory. Now, I've got short legs, so when I have my feet flat on the floor, my knees are below the level of my hips, and that's going to put a little bit of strain on my hips and also on my back. So I'm just going to get a couple of yoga blocks, but you could use a couple of books, whatever you've got to hand, to elevate your feet. So now my knees are comfortably in line with my hips. So take a moment and get yourself set up, press pause, and then go and do whatever you need to do. And that's all you need. Oh, I tell you what else you might need. Sometimes when we're sitting up, and I mean upright rather than slouching over our computers for any length of time, those big postural muscles that run down our backs alongside our spine can get very, very tired. And so we can either start to slump, which many of us find ourselves doing by the end of a day, or alternatively, we can kind of feel ourselves doing that and we overcompensate by becoming very rigid and locked. And neither of those are where we want to be. So if you are coming to this practice, maybe you've been working from home and you've reached that stage where you think, oh, I just need to move, but you're aware that you've been sitting down for a long time, go ahead and move a little bit, have a walk around, up and down, do some hoovering, do whatever you need to do, just to get a little bit of movement. And then you can always, when you come back to seated, pop a cushion just in the middle of your lower back that helps you prop yourself forwards and up without overstraining those muscles of the back. So go ahead and get whatever you need and then come back and join me when you're ready. So I'm sitting on my chair. I've got the backs of my thighs on my chair, but the backs of my knees are free. So I'm not leaning into the back of my chair. There's space between my back and the back of my chair. So again, some of you might have popped your cushion just into that area around your middle back or your lower back to help draw you forwards and up. So those of you new to chair yoga, you might be coming to this practice because you're working from home, like so many of us are at the moment. Maybe you are nursing an issue or an injury. That means doing a full practice where you're getting up and down off the floor. Maybe that isn't available to you at the moment. So whatever reason it is, chair yoga offers you the same benefits of a yoga practice. We can switch off, calm our busy minds, really connect with our bodies and our breath, still get all of those physical benefits, the movement of the body, but perhaps in a more gentle way. And from that foundation, that solid foundation of the chair beneath us. So I really hope you enjoy these short practices. What we're going to do today for our first practice is focus on the upper body. So we'll be working the hands, the wrists, the shoulders, the neck, the face. So all of those areas where, if we are working from home, are likely to get very stiff and tired by the end of a working day, and certainly by the end of a working week. So getting ready to just switch off for a minute. So if you are sitting at your desk, laptop down, put it to one side, phone off, they can wait. You can come back to all that busyness in a minute. Just making sure you've got some space on either side and behind you, and the door is closed so that no one can come and bother you. So create that space just as you would if you were doing your regular practice on the mat. This time and this space is yours now. So we'll start in that comfortable seated position. So knees in line with hips, feet directly underneath your knees, hands resting wherever is comfortable. I'm just going to rest my palms on my thighs with my fingers pointing forwards. You can have your hands just gently resting in your lap, wherever feels comfortable. So either just softening the gaze to the floor in front of you, or even better, closing the eyes completely. Let's take a moment to forget whatever busyness has brought you to this point in your day. And really committing to dedicating this next period of time, this next few minutes purely to yourself without feeling guilty. That's always at the back of our mind sometimes, isn't it? I should be doing this, I should be doing that. No, there's nowhere else you need to be and nothing else you need to do. And knowing if you are going back to work after this, you're going to feel a lot more productive. Maybe the mind will be a little bit sharper, a little bit more energized. So this will be a benefit if you are going back to working after the practice. But just for a moment, let's begin to tune out of whatever busyness might have surrounded your day thus far and begin to turn the spotlight a little bit more inward now. As we do at the beginning of any yoga practice, by beginning to focus on our breath. So noticing all of those points of contact you have with the floor or the blocks beneath you. So the feet, pressing down very gently into the floor or the bricks. Really grounding yourself in this moment. And just feel the weight of the backs of your thighs, your buttocks. Again, just pressing down very gently into the support of the chair beneath you. So you're feeling really grounded and stable. So you're coming into your body and out of that busy mind. And from that solid foundation, just feel a nice lightness, a buoyancy, if you will, through your chest. Almost as though someone is very gently drawing a thread from the very middle of the crown of your head, lengthening it up towards the ceiling, without the shoulders scrunching up towards your ears, without the rib cage flaring, just an elevation upwards, whilst feeling that gentle pressing downwards through all of those points of contact. A bit of sort of oppositional energies there. And from that space that you've created, let's begin to settle the breath. So the breath really is the barometer of your practice today, as with any practice. So if you're going to move faster or slower than me because of the pace of your breath, that's absolutely fine. Just follow your own inner rhythms there. So breathing in whatever you need, a bit more energy, clarity, and breathing out the busyness, repetitive thoughts, anything that doesn't serve you at this particular moment in time. Let's just take a couple of steadying and grounding breaths there again, really bringing us into our bodies, into our practice. And then if you've got the eyes closed like I have, we'll just flicker the eyes open. And we'll bring the hands just onto your thighs. So I'm drawing the wrist back towards the top of my thighs there. So the upper arm bones are just hugging the sides of my body there. And I'm going to start to press the palms down, fingertips point forwards. As I press the palms down, straighten off through the arms and draw the shoulders up towards the ears. And then slowly soften the shoulders, soften the elbows, relax that pressure beneath your hands, pressing into your thighs. Lovely. So as you inhale, press down with the hands, come up with the shoulders. And then as you exhale, let the shoulders sink, let the elbows soften, let the hands relax. We'll do that a couple more times. So inhaling, almost gathering up all of that tension, all of that stress you might have gathered during the day, bring it up. And then let it go as you breathe out, soften the shoulders, relax the face. Let's do that once more. So inhaling, pressing down with the hands, almost locking out the elbows, shoulders come up. You can screw your face up. Inhale. And exhale, let it all go. There's no one there to watch us, are there? Let it all go. Lovely. From that nice softness around the shoulders, we'll just rest the hands down alongside you. Lovely. Let the arms be heavy, let the hands feel loose. And we'll start off working into our hands and our fingers by circling the wrist. So just take the hands round in one direction, the fingers moving. Lovely, just mobilizing into the wrists. Really good if you've spent the day at a computer. And just change the circle of your wrists. We really do take our hands and our wrists for granted, don't we? Whether we're doing our chair yoga or our full practice with our downward dogs and our weight bearing. Lovely. So we're going to add on a little bit. So change direction of the hands and start to bring the arms forwards and up. So they might just be level with the shoulders. You might reach up, up, up towards the ceiling. And then as you change the direction of your circles, bring the hands all the way down. I call them my flamenco hands. So as you inhale, channel your inner flamencos, you reach the arms up. The elbows might start to move a little bit, and then you're changing the circle as you exhale and float all the way down. A couple more times again. You can let it get really funky. The elbows might start to move a little bit. And again, if anyone is watching you, give them something to watch. If not, be as creative as you like. One more. So inhaling, nice circle. Just move the wrists. Really get the wrists and the fingers moving. Keep the fingers moving all the time as you come down, down, down. I can already feel that. Lovely. I'll come down and just give the wrists a little shake there. So shake out, almost so the hands go really blurry. Let it all go. Beautiful. And then relax. So a little bit now for the wrists, moving up the hands. So we'll take one arm forwards. It really doesn't matter which. And really press out through the heel of the hand. Fingertips point up towards the ceiling as though you're making a stop sign. So fingers are together, pushing out through the heel of the hand. Soften the shoulder away from the ear. You can stay there. Or the other hand just cups the fingers and begins to draw the fingers back towards you as you power out through the heel of the hand. So the elbow is straight, the shoulder is soft, and I'm getting a nice stretch out all the way through the underside of the wrist. So if we can hold that for 3, 2, and 1, relax that arm, and we'll change sides. So we make that stop sign with the hands. So fingers are together, pushing out through the heel of the hand. You can stay there, or other hand comes up and over, just taking hold of the fingers, and you push out through the heel of the hand, pulling the fingers back towards you. Soften the shoulder, make sure that the face is still soft, you've not clenched your jaw. One side might feel very different. That's perfectly normal. 3, 2, and 1, and release. So we stretch the underside of the wrist. We're now going to stretch the top of the wrist, which we don't often do. So there might be some big sensations here. So we'll start off going back to that other hand, coming back to that stop sign. First of all, fingers point up towards the ceiling. And now just reverse that so the fingers point down towards the floor. Now you might already feel that across the top of your wrist. Or again, other hand, just clasps the fingers. You just wrap hold around the fingers and begin to turn the fingers towards you. So you want to make a fist. And I can really feel that deepening the stretch. Go easy there, be really gentle, but feel that stretch. Again, see if we can hold for 3, soften the shoulder, 2, and 1. Ooh, you might want to give that hand a little shake there. I can really feel that. And then we'll tie that on the other side. So making that stop sign, hand comes forwards, and then we turn the fingertips down towards the floor. You might already feel that might be enough. Or we clasp the fingers with the other hand, and you begin to draw the fingers back in towards you. So you want to draw your fingers in towards the palm of your hand there. So again, you might notice that one side feels different. This doesn't feel quite so intense, but I'm right-handed. So I'm mirroring you. So I've just done my right hand there. So if we can hold for 3, 2, and 1, and release. Give the hands a little bit of a shake. And then we'll just bring the hands to hold on to the sides of the chair now as we bring our awareness and our focus just up towards our shoulders and our neck. So holding on to the sides of the chair, just lifting up nice and tall. So again, feel that buoyancy through the breastbone, chin parallel to the floor. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, turn the head to look over your right shoulder. Chin stays parallel to the floor. Lovely. Inhaling back through center. So you're scanning the horizon. Exhaling, turning the head the opposite way. So just by holding on to the chair, inhale through center, just making sure that the movement is in the neck. We'll go from side to side. And I'm not twisting my shoulders. I'm keeping a broadness through my chest. Inhale to center, moving slowly. Exhale. Lovely. I'm going to do one more coming over to the right and then one more to the left. So some of you might be almost looking over that back shoulder, depending on the mobility and the range of movement in your neck. For some of us, we might just be looking towards the side of the room. Lovely. We'll come all the way back through center. Keep holding onto the sides of the chair. And this time we'll take a nice breath in. And as you breathe out, drop the chin down towards your chest. I'm going to deepen that stretch across the back of the neck by lifting, really actively lift your breastbone towards your chin. Tuck your chin down towards your breastbone. And at the same time, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So I can feel that kind of holding on to the sides of the chair is just helping me really lift my breastbone, squeeze my shoulder blades together. So I'm just pulling up from the sides of the chair there. And let's take another nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, soften everything as you come back to center. Lovely. And now very gently, and avoid this if this is uncomfortable, we'll start to lift the chin away from your chest. I'm not dropping the head back completely. I'm just kind of leading with my nose, carving a line forwards and up. And then slowly come all the way back through center. Now I'm going to lead with my nose here. And if this next movement creates any dizziness or you've got problems in your neck, maybe just continue turning the head slowly side to side and then down towards your chest. But if you're with me, holding on just on the sides of the chair, lifting your breastbone and start to draw a circle with your nose. And so we'll circle the head one way, so you might be lifting your nose up so the chin lifts. Lovely. So we're very gently beginning to bring a little bit of mobility to the neck, but I'm not scrunching all of those very delicate muscles at the back of my neck. So you can make the movement as big or as small, but think about your nose leading the way. Lovely. And then very slowly come to a point of stillness and then reverse the direction of your circle. So moving really slowly so you don't get giddy. You don't want to become a little bit seasick here. So really moving slowly. And again, if it really doesn't feel nice, got issues with your inner ear or with balance, maybe just skip this one and turn the head gently from side to side. Let's do one or two more rotations. So the nose is leading the way there. Oh, lovely. All the way around, and then we'll bring the head to stillness. You might just want to give the hands a little bit of a shake if you've been gripping underneath the chair. And then we'll bring the hands back underneath the chair. So I'm just holding onto the sides of the chair so I can lift up nice and tall. Soften the shoulders down away from the ears. Take a nice breath in. And as you breathe out, right ear drops to right shoulder. Lovely. So this left hand, I'm really kind of holding onto the side of the chair there. So I'm keeping that other shoulder, that left shoulder down away from the ear. Let's come all the way back through center. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we'll drop left ear to left shoulder. And again, I'm just increasing that pressure with my right hand. Some of you might have your hand flat on your chair, in which case you can push the palm into the side of the chair. I'm holding underneath my chair, so I'm just kind of increasing that tension there. And when you're ready, inhale all the way back through center. Lovely. Take a nice breath in. We're coming back over to the right. And just pause there now. And you might need to adjust the position of your chin. So you can try turning your chin down so your chin is almost level with your breast. Maybe lifting the chin slightly away from your chest. So find a little position there that you can feel that stretch down through the side of the neck. You can keep the hands where they are, or this time, let go of the chair with the left hand and just reach the fingertips actively down towards the floor. Lovely. Beautiful. And then bringing the hand back to the chair. As you inhale, bring the head all the way back through center. And as you breathe out, left ear to left shoulder. Again, you might be pressing down or pulling up with that right hand, depending on where your hand is on the chair. But really try and accentuate that stretch. Have a little play with where you want the chin to be. Oh, I just noticed if I just take my chin away from my chest so I can really deepen that stretch. You can keep the right hand where it is or let go of the chair and actively stretch your fingertips down towards the floor. It's quite a strong stretch there. You can hold this for a few breaths. Really good one to do when you've been stuck at a desk. Lovely. Then bring the hand back to the chair and come all the way back through center. Lovely. Let's let go of the sides of the chair. Roll the shoulders forwards and up, and then all the way back and down. Lovely. So shoulders come forwards and up, and all the way back and down. Beautiful. One more this direction. Shoulders squeezing up, and then back and down in the opposite way. So it always feels funny coming this way. Lovely. Oh, so you're rolling the shoulders forwards. We'll do one more like that. And release. Lovely. So we'll bring the fingertips onto your shoulders there. And we'll take the elbows out to the side, roughly level with your shoulders there. Lovely. So really try and soften the shoulders away from the ears, and your fingers might feel a little bit of clicking and crunching there. So we're going to try and keep the elbows at that same level as you bring them forwards. Some of you might get them quite close together, others perhaps not. And we're going to take the elbows all the way up and out to the side, and then all the way down and back. Lovely. So elbows come forwards. We squeeze the elbows towards one another. We take the elbows all the way up, so the kind of my wrists are brushing my ears, and then all the way down and back. Lovely. We'll do that a couple more times. So lift the elbows, shoulder height, bring them forwards towards each other, and then take the elbows up and then out to the side. And I can really feel some clicking and crunching in one shoulder. So we'll bring the elbows forward, squeezing them together, pointing them up towards the ceiling, and then a big release all the way back and down. Beautiful. And then we'll release, bringing the hands down onto the side of the chair. So a little bit more into our shoulders and upper back now as we do some gentle twisting. So really think about your lower body being set in stone, so we can get that rotation through our upper back and our middle back and our upper back. So we'll start by taking the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So the left hand comes across your outer thigh or your knee, and the right hand might just come onto the side of the chair or the back of the chair there. Pausing there for a moment. The head might be just gazing over that back shoulder, and feel the weight even across your sit bones. It's very easy to lean into that right buttock. So glue down through that left buttock. When you're ready to breathe in, let's come all the way back through center. Sweep the arms all the way up. And as you breathe out, we'll take a twist to the left. So the right hand comes across the body. The first one will just pause. So we might be looking again over that back shoulder. We might be looking towards the side wall. Really glue down into that right buttock. Lift up through the breastbone, nice and tall. Beautiful. Let's work with the breath. Inhale, come back through center, arms lift. Exhale, we'll take that little twist to the right. The left hand coming across. Right hand finding the side or the back of the chair. Inhale through center. So getting that movement through the upper back and the middle back, where we can get very locked. Lovely. We'll do one more. Inhale. We're going to pause as we come over to the right, and we've got the option to stay exactly as we are. Left hand just resting on the side of the knee or the thigh, or we can reach that right arm all the way back behind you, level with the shoulder, and look towards the thumb. So you're drawing that right arm back ever so gently, and that left palm might be pressing very gently against your right thigh. So we're getting even more rotation, a little bit of resistance there. Lovely. Let's release that right hand all the way down, coming back the way we came in. As you inhale, come all the way back through center. And as you exhale, let's take that twist to the left. And we'll just start by bringing the right hand across the body, left hand just holding the side or the back of the chair. Turning, 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 lifting up through the breastbone. Option now to reach the left arm back behind you. So it's level with the shoulder. Thumb is up towards the ceiling. Draw that left arm back a little ways. And again, use that right hand to gently press against your thigh, your outer knee. So if you can twist, twist, twist a little bit more. Lovely. And then we'll come back the way we came. So we'll drop that left arm back to that twist. Inhale, come all the way back through center. And as you exhale, we'll bring the hands down just onto your thighs with the fingertips pointing forwards. Now, a lovely one to do when we're down on our mat on all fours is our cat-cow, to open up through the chest, also mobilize through the back. So just make sure that you've got space between your back and the back of the chair. And we'll do a seated version of our cat-cow. So fingertips point towards the knees. We're going to slide the hands forwards towards your knees. Some of you might even cup your knees. And at the same time, drop your chin towards your chest. Hollow out through your lower belly and round your back. So you're trying to press your belly button towards your spine, getting that nice C curve through the back of the body. And then slowly we'll lift the chest. You slide the hands back towards the top of your thighs and bring your chest forwards. Maybe lift your chin or squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's take an inhale. And as you exhale, slide the hands forwards, cupping the knees, rounding the back, chin to chest, hugging belly button to spine. Inhale, slide the hands back towards you, bringing the chest forwards, elbows skim the rib cage, maybe lift the chin, rounding the back. Exhale. So a lovely one again to do, really simple. Why make it complicated when life is complicated enough? Inhale, elbows pointing back behind you, rounding through the back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze out through the midsection. And last one, sliding the hands back towards you. And then coming to that neutral position. Lovely. Back into our twist with another add-on. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take that twist to the right. We'll all start just by bringing the left hand across the body. Lovely, holding onto the side of the chair. And then again, we'll reach that right arm back behind you, thumb up, like a hitchhiker, level with the shoulder. So imagine now we're going to draw a big semicircle, like a rainbow with that right arm. So we're going to maybe keep the gaze towards your thumb or keep the head in a more neutral position as you sweep that right arm all the way up towards the ceiling and then come over the body on like a diagonal. So you're reaching across the body on the diagonal. So you're getting a nice stretch out through the back of that right shoulder. So inhale, start to reach the arm all the way up. And as you exhale, reaching back on the diagonal, thumb up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Inhale, sweep the arm up, maybe following the movement of the thumb with the gaze. And as you exhale, reach across the body to get a nice stretch out through the back. Inhale, reaching up. Back into that twist as you exhale, really open up through the chest. Lovely. Would you just once more? Inhale, reaching up, arm drawing that beautiful rainbow. And then reaching across the body, stretching out through the back of that right shoulder, all the way up. And all the way back into that lovely stretch, reaching the arm back behind you, pause. Maybe draw the arm behind you a little bit more. Lovely, and then drop that right arm back into that twist, and then slowly come back through center. Maybe give a little wiggle there, a little shimmy through the shoulders, and then we'll try that on the other side. So inhale, reaching up nice and tall, but really tall through the spine. Exhale, we'll come into that twist to the left. So you might just want to stay here. The left hand just resting on the side of the chair, or the back of the chair, or left arm releases back behind you, level with the shoulder, thumb up towards the ceiling. Now I'm going to look towards that thumb, but you can keep the head in a more neutral place. So we'll reach the arm all the way up towards the ceiling, and then it comes across the body. So you're reaching over towards the right diagonal there. Lovely. And then we reach the arm all the way up, turning through the chest, and then reach the arm all the way back on the diagonal. Add the breath. Inhale. And exhale as you stretch now the back of the left shoulder. One side might feel a little bit tighter all the way up. So getting that lovely opening through the chest. Really nice to take the shoulder through a range of movement there, especially if you've been, like I say, stuck in one position for much of the morning or the afternoon, depending on when you're doing this practice. Let's do one more because it just feels so nice. All the way up. Big breath in, breathing out, reaching across the body on a diagonal. Lovely. And then come all the way up as you breathe in. We'll pause as we reach the arm back, maybe drawing that left arm back a little ways, lifting up through the breastbone. And then slowly we'll bring that left hand back down, back into that twist. And then we'll come all the way back through center. Lovely. Let's again roll the shoulders forwards and up. And all the way back and down. One more like that. Forwards and up. And this time as you settle the shoulders down the back, let's once more just bring the hands either to rest on your thighs with your palms down, fingertips pointing forwards, or just rest the hands in the lap for a moment. Again, you can just soften the gaze to look at the floor just in front of you, or close the eyes. Even better, especially if you've been looking at the screen. Remember, your eyes are muscles. So when we close our eyes, we are just giving all of those muscles a chance just to relax, switch off, and also just giving our brains an opportunity not to have to process all of those images that we send back to our brain. I've got a wonderful yoga teacher who calls our eyes the stalks of the brain. So resting the eyes, resting the mind as you begin once more just to bring your awareness back to your breath, just taking a moment to seal our practice as we do with any yoga practice. With just a moment, allowing the body just to assimilate the effects of the practice. So a short practice, hopefully feeling a little bit more spacious in the upper body. Maybe a little bit clearer in the mind as well, having shifted the focus from work to your body, to your breath. So let's just take a moment to allow the body to take stock as you breathe in, sitting up nice and tall, pressing down gently into your feet, the buttocks, the backs of the thighs, lifting up through the breastbone. Try and keep that length through the body as you soften and release on the exhale. A couple more breaths like that. So really important that you punctuate a day of sitting in front of a computer with movement, with little breaks for yourself, knowing that it will make you more productive in the long run. So as you prepare to return to the rest of your day, we'll blink the eyes open and very gently just bring the hands together at the center of your chest and just press the palms very gently together. So feel an elevation through your breastbone, a little bit of energy through the palms of the hands there. Lovely. Take a nice breath in. As you breathe out, drop your chin down towards your chest. And just give yourself a little bit of thanks, a little bit of praise for carving out a moment in your busy schedules to take some time for yourself. So namaste. Thank you for doing your first chair yoga practice with me. Thank you very much. There's more to come. Watch this space. Have a good afternoon, good rest of the morning whenever you're doing this practice, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. See you soon.